Every few years a car comes along that doesn't just push the brand forward, it defines it. And that's exactly what Aston Martin is doing with the 2026 DB12. This thing isn't just a new model, and it's Aston Martin saying, we're still here, we're still loud, we're still luxury, and we're not going anywhere. And honestly, after seeing what they've cooked up for 2026, I believe them. The first thing you notice is how the DB12 looks. Aston has always been about elegance, but the 2026 model adds this new level of aggression without losing that British charm. The grille is wider, the stance is lower, and the lines look like they were carved by someone who really understands curves. It's sharp, it's bold, and it somehow still whispers, James Bond would definitely approve. What I love most is that Aston didn't try to reinvent the DB series. They refined it. They made it cleaner, more muscular, more modern. You see the headlights and they have that signature squint, like the car is staring straight into your soul. And the rear? Sleek, minimal, with that classic light bar that makes the car look like it's glowing at night. You look at it and think, yeah, this is how a Grand Tourer should look in 2026. Now let's talk power, because Aston Martin didn't play around here. The 2026 DB12 uses a hybrid system, but not the let's save the planet kind. This is the let's save the world at 200 miles per hour kind. It's still built around a strong combustion engine, but the electric side gives it that instant punch. The kind of punch that throws your head back even if you're expecting it. It's smoother, quicker, and honestly more exciting than the previous generation. The moment you tap the accelerator, it's like the car is saying, "You ready? Because I'm not slowing down." And despite being a performance machine, Aston didn't forget comfort. This is still a Grand Tourer, which means long drives should feel like first class. They did exactly that. The hybrid setup helps with fuel efficiency when you're just cruising, and the electric motor makes low-speed driving feel almost silent. In those city moments, it's like floating. No drama, no noise, just luxury. Speaking of luxury, the interior of the 2026 DB12 is on a completely different level. You open the door and you're greeted by this mix of handcrafted leather, brushed metal, and a massive new digital display setup. But don't worry, Aston didn't go crazy with screens. It still feels timeless. It still feels like a car made by people who care about craftsmanship. The stitching is cleaner, the seats hug you better, and the steering wheel feels more sculpted. It's like sitting in a leather suit tailored exactly to your body. They've also improved the tech without taking away the soul. You get a better infotainment system, smoother animations, nicer graphics, and a new voice assistant that actually responds like a human instead of a confused robot. And the ambient lighting, man, it sets a whole mood. Night drives in this car? Pure romance. Now here's something interesting. The DB12 also has a new adaptive suspension system that lets you glide over rough roads like nothing's happening. Aston says they tuned it specifically for comfort and agility, which is something they've really improved over the previous DB11 and the earlier DB12 refresh. When you want to relax, the car floats. When you want to attack corners, the car drops in and sharpens up. It's like driving two cars in one. And guess what? Aston finally added more off-road friendly driving modes. Not for rock crawling, and come on, no one is taking a DB12 into the mountains. But for uneven roads, rain-soaked highways, slippery surfaces, and steep villa driveways, it just gives you that extra confidence when the road isn't perfect. For a Grand Tourer, that's a huge win. Now, compared to the previous model, the 2026 DB12 feels more mature. The older version looked great, drove great, but this one feels like the brand finally entered the future. Better tech, better comfort, better handling, better hybrid integration. Everything feels more polished. It's Aston Martin's way of saying, we're